Hey guys, just popping in for a quick apology. I am very sorry as to how all over the place this video will probably be. I deleted the first half of it by accident without releasing it when I initially recorded it, and then didn't want to pay for new editing software, so I have switched to something different and I'm still trying to work out the controls. First thing in this episode is missing because of that, as I didn't want to have to try and record it for a third time since it made my computer keep crashing for some unexplainable reason. Also, I'm downstairs. That's what they are. This looks different. Yeah. Hope that makes sense despite it, and may you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. I'm related, but I really want to know who did Monk's travel plans. Because if he's untutored, there's no way he would have been able to get into the country, like, as himself. Oh, there he goes. Also, very impressive that Mark's able to, like, take on, like, 2 or 3 people at a time. Also, his hair in this scene is so good. Like, the curls, amazing. Love that. Also, at the same time, he's so, but there's something about the fact that Mark's, like, also calculated. He doesn't look it, but he's calculated it. And he can and will cook that. But also he's like, oh, forget that. Steven? Who got them there? Well, I mean, Jake, probably, but like, I don't like the fact that they just made him essentially a lettuce. This guy's like, he may be a fullback, but that doesn't mean he's gonna kill you. But it's like, what?
Where are you taking me?
Airport? I'm not going to the airport. Yeah, you are.
You're gonna endanger the taxi driver, potentially, like, what? Oh, the other guy's dead. There's only 2 of them there. Damn.
Let me talk to you.
Like, you're not gonna pay the taxi driver? Jake's a taxi driver. People get real pissed for not doing that.
Let's go, man. That wasn't me. Let me talk to you for a second.
Mark, pay the dang guy. Pay him. Pay him. Also, sir, you live in the MCU. You should get used to people not just doing, like, don't pay any of their fare. I like the pace of this music too, it's good. Come on. Not those fruits. Stop. That's just dirty and underhanded. Come on. Stop it. Stop stealing this guy's lettuce. I know the people on the street think of this, but surely it's not like different to a street fight, but also like these guys seem like, oh, desperation in their eyes, like, you know Steven can like feel that, like maybe not like physically, but like mentally, if he sees Mark kill this guy, he will take it off. Ow. Again, I don't like that they're making him do all of this. I don't like it. I don't like that they just made Jake inherently violent. It doesn't feel right. Like the implications there are bad.
That wasn't me. Was it?
Okay, but like I like that is how he kind of sort of finds out. It's like, no, not finds out. Like now that they're all kind of aware, as a step towards that. But it's like I don't like it. They made it. I don't like it. Okay, that does not look like. That is Jake, though. Maybe not like consciously, but he's possibly just blow this up because that doesn't. What? No. Oh, not this shift. Because you know that Mark is definitely thinking about his brother, like, in this moment. Like, obviously he's not gonna want to kill this kid. But, like, that, like, knowing that, like, that, the way that he's, like, stopped, he's actually had to consider it. Because you can see that he's thinking about that, like, on his face. Oof.
It's just a kid.
But at the same time, no city can't get out of it, because Country was also just watching, and he would probably do something if he didn't. Like, oh. They're so high. Ooh, good shot though. Good shot though. That's a good shot there. I like that. Oh, piss off your body, pigeon. With a mirror. In a mirror, the way that that's like divided into like 3, well 2 on that side, but like, we're good again with the mirrors.
I suggest you stop listening to that stupid pigeon.
Stupid pigeon. Ooh, you know this is a last ditch thing.
What about the other guys? Are they just gonna stand by and allow somebody to unleash Ahmed?
To signal for an audience with him.
What? Well, what's the worst that could happen?
You say that, and you've just jinxed yourself. And possibly, You bet God.
Anger them enough, and they'll imprison me in stone.
It would be a bit of a mark, wouldn't it?
What are you doing?
Well, he shouldn't be. Fuck. Like, this is definitely overkill, and it's definitely not going the way he wants it to. But also, he's putting, like, he's endangering Mark by doing this. Like, what? Why? No, don't do that. And also, what the hell do the people in the actual world think is going on?
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Hurry. They're gathering.
He's not even close to Mark. Like, he's distancing himself. Well, I mean, I guess they're never really close, but, like, there's something to be said about how he does all of this from a distance. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there's something thematically there.
Must be indisputable.
Oh, look at the desperation in Mark's eyes. Like, what? He's so, like, you should not be hanging on to this bird security blanket, but, like, if you are, you're not in good shape. I've done that so much. Good teleportation skills, too. Ooh!
I can't believe it.
Okay, but, like, that was a good moment. I'm sorry, you can kind of tell that Mark's, like, slightly happy for him, but also, like, he's fearing for his life right now. Bet Steven can enjoy it, though. Damn, the pyramids are big. Let me go to the pyramids. I appreciate that they haven't actually put them, like, that far away. Like, you can still see Cairo in that shot. It's supposed to be, like, all the way out there. Love a good portal. Love a good portal. Portals are good. Love portals so much. Portals. Woo. Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
I'm Jesse, avatar of Hathor,
Ah,
goddess of music and love.
pretty.
Mention her.
I'm very curious as to what's the actual history with the gods like. Like, I would like to know all of that, because if he doesn't talk about it with Mark, and then it's just like, you added all this stuff with, like, zero explanation, I want to know more about that. Like, obviously there's all of, like, the Egyptian mythology and stuff, but, like, all the extra stuff, all the country personalized things, like, in the MCU canon, like, I'm so curious about his history. And, like, what his history with, like, Harrow and stuff is. If it's in the comics, I would like to know. Like, I've read some, but I haven't read a good amount. But if anyone can point me in the right direction of that information, welcome it. He's clueless. Fair enough.
When they are old.
As far as I know, the only melody country enjoys is the sound of pain.
Such a middle. Melody Pain. Sounds like a name for a kind of shitty rock band.
Got saved.
Well, he's so unsure of himself. Can't you have got to start telling Mark things, please? Was that sick, mate?
Not really. Is there something?
That's what the one, I want to say horns. I don't know, I haven't looked at an Egyptian pantheon. Yes, tell him stuff. If he's asking this, he doesn't know things. But then, if the guards are, like, indirect about this, I'm gonna
I try not
be
to
mad.
mention.
Oh! He is holding back pain, like, obviously conscious in his body now, but oh my god, look at him. Sir! What?
You've been back.
He is so stressed and terrified. Like, let him out of there. Get him out of there! Please be more direct with Mark. I am begging!
Really exposing the sculpture. And you know we despise you.
Also, what does he mean nearly? Like, man's... People are gonna investigate that. Like, he changed the sun!
Your showy masks and weapons.
Oh, you can kind of see, like, Mark's, like, sort of... He's trying to process all this. But then, because it's conscious in his body, conscious, like, opinions and stuff have to be going around in his brain, right? So he's having to work real hard to, like, actually think about what's going on. But he's also so tired on top of all that. Like, this is putting a strain on his body, and it is not good. Like, his connection to him is bad.
Let you leave the sky again. And we will imprison you in stone.
Shitty disappointed.
Spare me your self-righteous threats.
Look at his eyes! Like, get him out of there! Get him out of there! Like, Mark, if this doesn't make you realize that your relationship is, like, a little bit messed up, you need help.
Unlike the rest of you.
'Cause he's like...
We have not abandoned you.
And that has to be really painful. Like, you have a god, well, for lack of a better term, you have a god in you. Like, there's no way that is comfortable. These guys have presumably been doing it for ages, because they just do it automatically, but, like, that on top of everything else that he's got going on in his brain and all of the physical injuries from like the fight. Bad. Not good.
He abandoned us.
Because Khonshu knows that he needs help and he's deliberately manipulating Mark, like, because he straight up said that he would not go there like as himself. He has to use him. But then he also didn't explain it. So it's not good. He needs to stop. Need to get him out of there.
We simply trust our avatar.
But if we get him out of there, then he's just gonna die. Like, he doesn't treat him like an actual person all the time. He's got too much over his head.
Without calling undue attention to ourselves. Not like
Which makes me wonder, what's the relationship the other gods have with their hosts? Like, what's that like?
avatars are not enough. We need the might of gods.
Doesn't mean they're gonna show themselves.
Return.
I don't know the Norse gods think of all this, because if they have a pantheon according to, like, Thor, Love, and Thunder and stuff, like, what do they think of this? Also, I know that this is, like, disconnected from the MCU as a whole, but thinking about it in context of everything else is just so... It's kind of funny. Because all of the Asgardian stuff is going on, and then there's this, like, how... We have pantheon of gods for, like, everything, I have to assume. But, like... Country just didn't show up to the orgies because he was getting, like, McDonald's or something. Oh, God. Imagining him there would be... Well, not like that. Okay. I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. But the point is, it's disconnected from the MCU as a whole, and I like that, but it treats everything with serious. I don't...
Overboard before you lose this realm.
Overvoid? What's an overvoid? What does that mean? Is there, like, a void, like... Because presumably they're in between linear space, but, like, so there's, like, Earth, and then there's the realm with the gods, and then there's wherever this is? Is this the overvoid? I've heard that term before.
For the last time, Khonshu.
Also, where did that... Yeah, seriously. Like, that... Like I said in the first episode, where does he go when he's not, like... On Earth? Like, where do they go?
Avatars that remain here are simply meant to observe. We decided long ago we did not.
Oh, here it is.
I call for judgment
Stop doing that.
against Arthur Harrow.
Okay, but you know, like, diegetically...
Conspiracy to release Amit.
I fear for Mark's bones. That sounds, like, really weird, but I feel like for Mark's bones, because those, like, booms, like, music-wise, they sound like a spine crack. Like, look at him! This man is in pain. He can't breathe at all, can he? And he's, like, the opposite of Mark. Okay, but, like, go to Hannah Point. They really work with foils, and I really like how they've done that. Like, good. I love it. I love a good narrative foil. He's so pissed. This man is, like, full of rage right now. And he's just gonna do Richard at Harrow, which means this, it ain't gonna work. Whatever they're attempting to do with the trial, not good. Not good at all. He's rage in human form.
See by the presence.
I wonder if he also kind of point. Can he channel that rage through Khonshu? Don't know.
Do not seek to release Amit from her tomb. I was in the desert, but visiting the sands where crime.
Liar.
Sinners would be longer than the Nile.
Why don't the gods know what's going on? Do they not care? Or are they seeing it and just turning a blind eye? Because surely ridding the world of all humans means that it gets rid of, like, everybody that worships them and stuff. And gods can't survive without worship, right? So, how does this benefit the gods? Because they put Amit in the statue, right? They entombed her. What good would this do? And also, it's sucky for humanity either way, but how does this benefit the gods? They'd rather have Amit around than Khonshu? I mean, I know he's a bitch, but, like, that's a bit much.
The search for Amit's vision is obscured by jealousy, paranoia, and he is a deceiver.
Okay, but I'm curious though, because that sounds like that's how Arthur, switched sides? I don't know what I meant by that, because that sounds like Khonshu was the one that put that in his brain in the first place. But also, at the same time, it seems like he doesn't want Amit out. So, did he do that to keep an eye on Harrow? Is that why he made him his avatar? Because clearly, Mark as his avatar... is weird. Also, I'm curious, it's like, Mark's Koji Otaku because he was like badly depressed, I guess. But what's Harrow? What's up with him?
The word of shame to God. No, conscience.
Also, was he banished for working with Harrow when this like all went wrong? Because clearly he's became attempts on him because he wants to make up for his mistakes. But what did he do? I need the backstory like now. That would be so interesting.
How do you mean? Employment records speak to himself.
Okay, but speaking to yourself doesn't mean. Doesn't always imply that you have things wrong with your brain. Also, look at Mark's face. Oof. Very clearly in pain. Like, he's so. Don't use him against you. No, wait, hold on. Don't use him to plead your case. That's ridiculous. Not the right word, but that's actually so dirty and unethical. Okay, but who did that? Do you think it was Mark? That must have been Conchu. Like, Conchu must have been so pissed. I don't think Mark would have punched him. He might have wanted to, but that doesn't mean he would have, because clearly. Like, now they've just got Mark on his knees for, like, no apparent reason. Because that was Conchu yelling at him, right? Conchu was literally using him as his fist. Like, there's no way Mark probably did want to punch him. But if he didn't know what was going on, there's no way he would have actually done it. So now they're just punishing him for no reason. Like, it's not fair. Yeah, no shit. It sucks that we've gotten to a point where Harrow has the one that has to be right, though. We're trusting a guy that wants to commit genocide? What? Thank you. Also, we should not be listening to this man.
He aspires to abuse this girl.
Okay, but you'd have to put yourself in such a twisted position to actually understand him. Like, how many times did Koju make Haru get to this level? Like, he's thinking like him. I'm not saying his ways would be good, though. Thank you. Finally, but also he should not have been on his knees. Get him up off his knees, please, to help him up. Help him up. Should have let him talk before then. Like, they should have. Should have let him talk before then. Now they're just being rude. Just clearly. Get him to a therapist, they said. But also, this is the worst way to get him to, like, admit that. Like, I know you were clearly asking that for, like, court trial purposes or whatever. Like, you don't want a mentally unwell man being exploited. But, like, this is the worst way to get him to actually to face up with it. Because he's had to live for who knows how many years. But, like, this is just mean. Because there's no way this is gonna roll in his favor if he says yes. And also, look at his face. Like, he clearly does not want to admit that to himself. He knows it. But also, because he needs to work onto it, he hasn't actually quite... It feels like he hasn't quite not cottoned on. Like, he hasn't accepted it yet. But he hasn't accepted it because he's been trying to... He buried Steven rather than trying to work with him. So... If he works with Steven, is he going to get to where he needs to be, or is he going to start to get to where he needs to be? I hope that they get there at some point. I'm pretty sure they do, from what I can remember. But I don't know when. But, yeah. He just needs to, like, he's not quite working in, like, I want to say cohabitation, that's not the right word either. He's not quite working with himself, so to speak. And he needs to get there, to push himself forward, like, on all fronts. But, this, not working. Because he admits it, and then he had an opportunity, but he got rid of it. Got rid of the opportunity. Not good. Yeah. I thought he was just there for a witness. Yeah, the gods don't care. Literally, you're just pulling him up and accusing him for no reason. Like, what do you want? You're gonna need, like... Because to him, Harrow killing multitudes of innocent humans... that's not even a blip, because they're just gonna keep existing. Like, he has to become a threat to them. Which, personally, is just, that's the shittiest way to be, like, that's not how that should work. Balance is tipped on both sides. Because the balance currently is talking towards Harrow, on the human side of things. But then it's also tipping towards the gods. So, really, they've unintentionally aligned themselves armored, but if he wakes up, I feel like that's not going to work out for them either. So, point is, they've just screwed themselves over. They've screwed themselves over so badly. Like, do this, you jinxed yourself. Also, I love the architecture, how they've all got their little, like, I want to say standees, that's not the right word. They've all got their, like, little statues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7? We have 7, because then they've got the little ones, and then how they're in their own shadow. How the avatars are in their own shadow, like, just from a, not a thematic standpoint, but just from, like, a set design standpoint. Like, they're in the god's shadow, because this has to fit the avatars. Like, what do their avatars think about this? We don't know. Probably won't even know. But I doubt they want to live on a planet that doesn't have any people. But I guess they're kind of semi-protected. But, like, okay, I'm glad Hassel's actually on his side, though. On his side, like, there's this one person. Because you can, like, see, as she's watching the trial, that you can, like, tell that she does not want to do this.
One man, a magi named Senfu, he was tasked with recording the location of the find.
Hey, they did pick up their melon. Wait, I just realized all of this kind of just purely probably because of what Mark was doing earlier this morning. Also, he got the hat back. He got the hat back. That thing fell off. How did he do that? Why did he do that? Also, is that Jake's cap? Is that Jake's, like, what do you call those, like, taxi driver caps? Is that why he went back and got it? Like, maybe not as Mark, as Jake?
Take attention.
Is that because Layla already... He's so pissed for his eyes. He's just like, oh, shit. What the hell it took her to get there? But, like, she must have known where his location is, so if he did go back for the hat, was she tracking him for it? Did she track him while he was... That's so funny. She's so cute. She's so pretty. And they're adorable. I love their vibe. I love their vibe so much.
Why? Because my name pisses off a few people in Cairo.
A few people. Layla, you didn't even want to come back here. You didn't want to come back here. On purpose. It had been 10 years. You're using that as an excuse still?
It's not the locals that I'm worried about.
Oh, get him out of there. Shoot. Eat a giant bag of boat seed. Sorry, that's not relevant to, like, anything. I was just wondering. Because he's all bones, right? Like, can he even eat food? I know he's a god, but does a god need to eat? Also, I find it interesting that the Egyptians have, like, concept of avatars versus, like, we you have, like, I don't know, Loki, where he's just, like, himself. Is that got to do with the people believing in them, or is that just because Egyptians had different ideas to the Western society, like, in terms of, like, souls and stuff? Interesting concept. The lighting, immaculate. Like, not even from, like, a bisexual lighting standpoint. Like, the lighting, so good. Also, he's all dressed up. Very pretty. They were so pretty.
I get that you're not happy about me leaving so quickly.
Also, finally talk about your problems. Fuck yeah.
Before we get
You need to prioritize what we're talking about. Like, also talk, but, like, prioritize it in a way that you can, like, sort through. Don't compartmentalize everything, because everything will just come back up to the top, and you don't want that. Like, how could you divorce her? Look at her. Look at her. You really want to divorce that, Mark? Come on. What? I don't get it. Good that he probably apologized, though. Hope they talk about that later. That's so soft.
that sounds, it's a wedding.
Oh.
Under control until very recently.
I feel like you shouldn't describe having, like, DIDs under control. I guess you can have it under control because marks is stem from, like, trauma, I have to assume. But, like, under control? What do you mean by that? You shouldn't... Like, Steven shouldn't, have to be, like... He's kind of treating him a little bit like a pet. What did happen?
Doesn't matter.
Oh! Right! That! Damn, I completely forgot about that. Like, I forgot that was that recent. This makes me go so... Ah! Ugh! Look at that! That's so... I don't know what... Ah! It's so much, so much. I know, Mark, it's not really what you do that kills me.
Just talk about everything.
But you will get there. You better get there. Please, like, tell me you'll get there at some point.
Anything real?
Something has to be real, right? Like,
Or is mentioning times?
probably my bosses and whole things like so much. Like,
Come in. I think I just would love to take a look.
is that Steven? He said that in a slight English accent. Was that Steven trying to take over? Oh, take over. Like, was that Steven trying to find? He said that with a slight English accent.
Sorry, if you expect my help, it's not going to be while I'm in prison. Did you want a bloodbath?
Why are there masks in there?
Fine, have it your way.
Is that part of the ritual of the dead, or is that just a fancy thing?
Check the cartonnage.
Also, there's 3 of them.
Okay. What do I do?
Again with the 3s. Like, oh wait, there's more than one. But there's like 2 behind his head. Like, there's one there, and there's one there, and there's 2 there. So, oh, good framing. Because you put Mark in the center, and then you have the other 2 as like Jake and Steven, because I think, because Mark's the one that masks, like, Mark is the mask, right? So, oh, I love that. Because with Steven, it's the mirrors, because he mirrors Mark, right? But then, when he's not Steven or Jake, he's the one that they mask as. Oh, that didn't come out of my mouth right, but like, because Mark is, well, they are their own people, but like, right now, he's their mask, because they both exist, like, well, within him, I guess. It's not really a better way I can figure out how to phrase that. But, like, that's so, oh, I really like how they did. Also, the lighting is very pretty. I love good gold lighting. It could also probably just be a real third thing, but I'm going with the first layer. We're so hesitant about that.
Like this? Yeah.
It's a scary one, and of course that's the bit you're looking for. But also, you're desecrating ancient tomb stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was nifty. He looks. Yeah, this is not what he wanted.
You really think I'm
Why, you should turn around. Turn around. Just put sand in his eyes. Like, you're gonna do this in a sandy area? Like, this man could just put sand in your eyes.
That's interesting. It appears we have a concerned third party here. I'm
Whoops.
sure I can offer you something much more tangible.
So this man is working out with long sleeves in the desert. He must be so hot. Like, you're in Egypt, my guy.
For a clue when you can have the treasure.
Anton,
I understand some modesty thing, but like, come on.
trying to
Gloss into shoes and a turtleneck in hot weather?
trust me.
Didn't plan that well.
Please, there's no need to.
Wait, did her dad die trying to find the
Your
scarab?
husband doesn't tell you the truth.
Don't know.
And Mark, you don't tell her because
It's
you
interesting.
know
I know it's a necklace, but like,
she'll
I like that it looks like
exactly
scarab wings.
as you see yourself.
You should look at this and be like, ooh, shiny. Like, that is glowing magical. That's clearly fucking the subtle rage in Mark's eyes there. Wait, does Conchu's neck not have any, like... I don't understand why he doesn't have a neck. He's just a floating thing in love. It's cool, though. But yeah, Oscar Isaac's eyes, they're so expressive. Like, mwah.
Would you like
Great.
to see for yourself?
He's thinking so many things without saying anything. I don't care. Should have said no and he would have been fine. Get him out of there. Just because he doesn't have a gun, although I guess he doesn't want to summon the suit. Because then Conchu will just take him overboard and it'll be more painful. Also, like, no wonder he doesn't want to summon the suit. Conchu's just being inside his brain. Like, that would hurt on top of that, right? Like, because of that, summoning the suit, like, he doesn't look happy when he has to do it, even if it does give him healing. But, like, there's no way it would be good. Like,
Where is it?
cool shot of that. Damn. Oh, I love it when he just turns into the prison and he's just... Because Conchu has to possess him to do that, right? Like, of course Mark's gonna say no. Of course Mark's gonna say no. Like, there's no way that's not painful. Because if he's using him as a conduit to, like, kill all of these people, and Mark knows that's what he's doing, like, no wonder he wants to say no all the time. But for some reason, I think the mental load for when he just like possessed him like for moments at a time would have been worse because he would have just been switching back. He would have been switching back and forth. Like, I'm switching back and forth rather than one instantaneous one, because the instantaneous one is full on mark, whereas the one from the trial, he would have been aware of it, but he wouldn't have been able to control it, and then he would have just been stuck inside his own head. Like, Edge Country took over, whereas now it's more voluntary, and it's just like, okay, fine, do it, get me out of here. But, like, he'd still be in a lot of pain, because if he's only used to it through combat, then how he does it when he's just trying to communicate with other people must be different, but like a different level of pain. So, really, which hurts more? Oh, I forgot he was bulletproof. That's neat.
I could do that.
Because he's still aware, whereas he wasn't aware before. You'll just like choreography so much. He just ran through that face. He just ran through that face. Right, why didn't the middle parts break?
Chill the F out and talk for a second.
Let's see him say fuck. Let him say fuck. There we go. Oh, I love that callback there. Also, she's got weapons in there. Oh, damn. Oh, they are using the spears from the... I can't remember what I think it's going to... Ouch. I appreciate the cut back and forth. So I was like, that was good. That was really good. Oh, not his hands. Okay, there we go. It does come onto a weapon. Cool. She's got a knife. She's got 2 knives. You're gonna win. Yeah. I think this is about a horse training. Like, ooh! I love a good one masking. That was good. That was good. I mean, did that hit him? I don't think it did.
Tick-tock, Mark Spector.
Piss off. What are you counting down to? Like, are you counting down to his death? Or being a spooky bird is not. Yeah, I like that jacket too. Somehow out of all of the deaths in this episode, this is like ripped Mark's jacket 2020 something to 2020 something else. Sorry, MCU time was a bitch to figure out. I'm gonna go with like 2025 maybe. I have no idea. Also, you'd think Mark would have more scars. Like, he doesn't seem to be very scarred. And I know Contra does the healing thing, but like, you'd still have scars after you heal, right? Also, I like that he has just been wearing the Star of David like this entire time, like just under his clothing. Neat little detail, because we saw him with it on like later, but we don't.
I never told anyone why I really moved.
I don't understand. Oh, his face journeys. That's just a straight up Mark. That's just a hoodie. You know that, right? I don't understand the non-layering thing. Like, it's cold, and you're going to the desert. Why wouldn't you put on a shirt underneath the hoodie? Why would you just put on a hoodie?
I learned something new about you.
Yeah, you both put up walls. It's a shitty defense mechanism, and you should stop. You need to get marriage counseling, maybe.
It's like I've not known you at all.
Yeah. You haven't.
But also, don't reaffirm your ex-wife's... Well, I guess they're not divorced yet, but like, don't reaffirm your wife's suspicion.
Fragments.
Relatable. So grumpy. Yeah, mood.
I summon the gods, you
Hey!
the world.
Stop calling him a word.
Alright, go ahead, you're in.
Damn.
Alright.
Cool.
So, they came up with a way to get about using the sun and the... Oh, well, actually, unfortunately, it's not that simple.
I love how she actually used the technology, though.
Senfu marked that tomb.
I'm so glad someone else just thought of the technology beforehand.
Not much as far as stuff.
Because most of the time, they don't seem to. So, like, literally just pulling out a map and being like, wait, we can scan this. Like, it's better than a lot of other people could do, because sometimes the solutions are just that simple.
Can't you?
I can turn back the night sky.
Actually, really cool. Oh, I love the angle
It
they
will
use.
come at a cost, and I cannot do it alone.
What do you mean come at a cost? Everything comes at a cost. It's like when you buy cheese, it's like $18. You can't have the cheese without paying $18.
Still, when the gods imprison me, tell Mark to free me.
Lighting? amazing. Oh yeah, because Stephen doesn't. Well, he has, but he hasn't. This is the first time he's actually like surrendered control to Caution. Like the other 2 times, he didn't. He like just switched with Mark. Well, he needs to do that anyway because you're connected, right? Whoa! Oh, I love that. That's so cool. It's so neat. Like, wouldn't it get rid of a bunch of years of history? What do people elsewhere think about this? Like, clearly people in music don't have any problems, but like, back to the right position. Like, what if you forget? Oh, great, the 7 the bad guys. Why didn't you just move? Of course it's painful, Stephen. You have a god in your body. I mean, okay. Oh, they're turning him into a statue. Okay. When did they decide to do? Oh, they're doing just shouting. Okay, no. Lila, catch him. Isn't he leaving because Conchi's being turned to stone, or would it have left anyway? Because you'd think it would have. But presumably it's because he's being turned to stone, so like... Why doesn't Mark unconscious every time he, does that kind of stuff? That was a cool transition. I liked that. Like, seriously. Unmasking is good. Like, the unmasked look is a good look. Come on, here we go. He's in the sand. He's half in the sand. You're taking the sand out underneath him to turn him to stone? I guess not. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that looked cool. I like that. That looked really cool. Scary, but cool. Normal clothing. Wait. Have I said this before? But his, like, costuming. It always seems to resemble, like, the suit, like, in terms of color palette. Particularly that one with, like, the coattails and stuff. Like, with how long the hoodie is over his, like, pants. I don't know if that was intentional, but it was cool. Damn, I hope his hair is easy to wash. Not inconvenient. Poor guy.
Mark!
He stepped into this place. Like many before him.
Yeah, how many? Why'd you do that?
We think so, yes.
That's what happens if he just knocks him over?
I enjoyed dealing out pain on your behalf.
Oh, I never would have guessed. Okay, but that's actually, like, really good, because I think Khonshu is that little bit of healing. Like, a god of healing, but he has to break everything he touches. So, like, is anything ever fully healed? I guess that's kind of why he wanted Mark, right? Because if you just use someone who's completely broken, they never know that they need healing. They just know that they are broken. I didn't phrase it right, but, you know. Kind of just, like, just keep breaking him until he doesn't know what's real anymore. And what was correct before. Correct being in quotes.
Your torment forced me.
Yeah,
I
okay.
owe my victory to you.
Sorry for, like, how many random tangents I went off on. Like, that entire episode. But it's like, you're here. You know that I do that. The fight sequences were good. I liked seeing Stephen do, like, archaeology. Like, in this episode, I think, out of the, 6 that we got, like, I think this one, the first one, the next one, like, all of them except for basically episode 6 are, like, solid, but I'll discuss that more when we get there. I apologize for not talking so much about Jay, because he technically hasn't been introduced yet, but, like, you can't really talk about Stephen and Mark without bringing all of them up, so, because they are connected, but yeah, I need Mark to, his codependency is interesting, because it's not really brought up, like, within the show, really, like, he himself doesn't quite seem to have realized that, and even when it is pointed out by other people, he's just like, no, you're wrong. So, like, because clearly he's always kind of had these issues, but, like, is Khonshu amplifying them? Or is he just a factor? Because he's obviously not the reason that Mark has these issues, but he is definitely playing into them, so how much... Because he clearly knows what's going on in his brain. Because he seems to be using him. But, like, what for? What is having Mark running around being a superhero? What is that doing? Does he have an end goal? That Mark and Layla seem to they're better off than they were before. I think. Interesting to see, since that Steven has now taken control of the body. Like, his interactions with Layla in this episode, they were fun. Again, her was interesting. That was a good line in the episode on Mary's Mark. But they never really, like, dive into that or seem to. It just keeps getting brought up as throwaway lines. It's like, no, there's stuff there. Tell me. Because Harrow is presumably someone who didn't have that many issues. I mean, he's like a literal cult leader now, but like that's clearly only because he would have gotten there. So is he trying to wipe away his own sins? No, because literally nobody is right. And they're all hiding secrets from each other. And it's messy. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.